Once again, Community Journal is back at the Brooks Free Library, one of our favorite places, and we have a lot of very nice friends here. And today we're going to talk with Carla Burke. Carla is in charge of the Vital program, and you're going to hear about that. It started maybe 8 years ago, she told me, and it's all volunteer supported. And at one time, we did have a grant. We're on the second floor at the Brooks Free Library in the area that demonstrates all the vital equipment that is available for those with limited or poor sight or perhaps no sight at all. And with all of that having said, we're going to turn the microphone over to Carla now, and she has a lot to tell you about it.
Thank you, Paul. Let me say that VITAL is an acronym for Vision Impaired Technology Assistance at the Library. And as you mentioned, we did start this program 8 years ago in 2003 with the help of donations from businesses and organizations and a lot of individuals. And over the years, we've been able to add to the amount of technology that we have thanks to continuing donations. We have now 2 dedicated computers, 5 software programs, and some standalone equipment, which I will talk about and show you in a little bit. But first I wanted to say the purpose of this program is to help patrons who have a vision loss or a different type of disability to help them access printed material, whether it be a book or a magazine or a newspaper or the like. It's using technology to access the printed word. We want people to be able to read and write independently. And so we have this assistive technology, and we have wonderful volunteers who will work one-on-one with a patron to teach them how to use the technology of their choice. And that's our goal. That's our purpose. So I wanted to point out that as I talk about the different equipment, I won't get into the details of it, but I did want to say that on our resource shelves here in the Vital area, which is in the reference area on the second floor of the library, we do have a brochure. And the brochure explains in greater detail what services we provide, what technology we have, the instruction that's offered, not only on the technology, but also typing instruction for people who need to use the keyboard to access some of this equipment. We do a lot of resource and referrals. So all that's explained in our brochure. And of course on the back is details on how, if anyone's interested in making a donation. It's the Friends of the Brooks Free Library who sponsor this program. So, you know, a check made out to the Friends of the Brooks Free Library and either dropped off here or mailed to them. All the details are in here. And of course, you have to specify on the memo line that it's to Vital. They do a lot of programs. They sponsor a lot of programs, the Friends.
So not only is the hands and the ears involved, but what else comes in play here?
Well, we actually we try to offer a range of choices to people because not everybody has the same needs. So we have, for instance, our software programs. One of them is a screen magnifier, and it magnifies whatever is shown on the computer screen. We also have a video magnifier, which is a standalone machine that you can put an item or material on a shelf and magnify it, select your color contrast and your level of magnification, and it shows up on the overhead screen. And we have a portable one of those that people can actually check out from the reference desk and take home and hook it with a cable that comes with it into their TV screen, and it has a little handheld device with a camera, and they can run it over whatever it is they want to magnify. So magnification is important because that works well for some people. audio, obviously, if you don't have enough vision to see, even with magnification, or if you have a different type of disability, like dyslexia, a learning disability, or a mobility where you can't you want to have things read to you. You can't hold the book easily, a printed book easily. So we have also software. We have a screen reading program that reads what is on the computer, the text that's on the computer. And we have a standalone machine, a reading machine, our Sarah, where you can actually put material, printed material, into the scanner, a book or whatever. Push a button, it takes a picture of it, it scans it, and it turns it into speech, and then it reads it aloud to you. So that's a very simple machine to use because you don't have to know how to use a computer. We do have one of our most popular programs is called Guide, and that's really for people who have never used a computer, don't want to have to memorize a lot of keystrokes, but they want to do email, they want to use the internet. And it's actually just a menu. There's about 19 items, dictionary, a calculator, all those types of things. Email, word processing. It uses a menu, and it has magnification and reading, and you just follow the prompts, and it walks you through each step. It tells you what you need to do.
Is that the next?
No, that's at the end, and I'll show you that,
Oh,
because
okay.
that's one of the things we do have. In a different room, we have our Braille translation software. You can take a printed document and have it translated into Braille and then print it out on the library's Braille printer. That's a little noisy, the printer, so we keep that in a separate room. But, for people who access things using Braille, or if they know somebody and they want to send a Braille letter or a Braille document, we can do that with them here too.
Oh, that's very interesting. Yeah.
So we try to do a different range, and that's why I do want to point out our most popular handout from our resource shelf is suggested resources for people with print disabilities, because it's not just vision, although that's the majority of patrons that come to us for services have a vision loss, but it's really anybody with a print disability. They need to access print in a different way. So on this sheet, there are ways as easy as using the telephone, a toll-free 800 number that you can access and get news and sports and stock quotes and weather and all sorts of information like that, following a voice menu. Audible Local Ledger, that's the Cape affiliate of the Massachusetts Reading Network, and you can get a radio from them that has picks up a special frequency here on the Cape, and they use volunteers 24/7. They have programming where they read newspapers, local newspapers, books, and do interviews. They have a schedule, so if you wanted to listen to the Cape Cod Times every day, you tune into at a certain time. We have their brochure, so we actually have one of the radios too here if people wanted to try it out.
Wonderful. Now, you're going to walk us down the table here. Before you start, I should let you know that apparently you've had a little electricity breakdown.
Well, they've probably taken a rest. Sometimes it goes into a sleep mode, and we have to, sort of wake them
now
up.
it's back
Wake
again.
them up.
Now they're back again.
I do want to mention a couple of other programs, though, if I can. Right now, for this year, the CLAMS network, our library network here on the Cape, is offering, in conjunction with Overdrive and Bookshare.org, a free year's membership, a subscription to Bookshare.org, which is a website that offers books in audio and Braille formats. You download them and use them on a player. And normally there's a fee for that, but if you go to the CLAMS website, which is www.clamsnet.org, and select the Overdrive audio link, right at the top of the page there's a link for people with a print disability, readers with a print disability, and you can go and sign up for that program, and we can help you do it here too if you want. So that's something special that our library network is now offering for people with a certified print disability. The other thing I want to mention is Perkins Braille and Talking Book Library, because that's the Massachusetts distributing library for the National Library Service, which provides books and magazines in alternative formats to people with print disabilities. Braille, large print, books on tape, and on digital cartridge, which is the latest, and I'll show you that because that's a very popular program. They also have a download site, and we can help you set up an account. We have their applications here on our resource area. So there's lots of alternatives other than just what the library normally has in large print and on audio. And so I would encourage anybody who is interested in these services or knows somebody who's interested to give me a call at the library. The number is 430-7562. And just ask for Carla Burke. And if I'm not here because I am just here part-time, leave a name and number and ask for a call back, and I'll get back to them. Okay?
Very good.
All right. So shall we start?
You can
Is
start.
that great?
Yeah.
Okay. So
You
I'm.
want to take the mic? Would that be easy?
Oh,
for
that's
you?
a good idea. Yeah, thank you. I mentioned the Sarah, which is the freestanding scanning and reading appliance. Very simple to use, just a couple of buttons. It takes about 5 minutes for us to show someone how to use this. So if you have printed material, some people bring in their mail or letters or things like that, and they can scan them. And we do have headphones, so you have some privacy too to listen to the information. The next thing is our computer. Actually, this is one of our oldest computers. It has 3 software programs on it. Zoom Text, which offers screen magnification. We have JAWS, which is a screen reading program, so you use the keyboard and give it certain commands and it will read the information to you. And we have Kurzweil 1000, which is again another scanning reading software program, but this time the information is scanned into the computer so that you can save it as a file, email it, edit it, do that sorts of things, which you can't do with this machine, the Sarah.
If we want to go on to the internet, we have to speed it up.
Okay, all right. So here we go. I do want to mention, I talked about the Perkins Braille and Talking Book Library. This is the digital player. It's a free loan of a player. We have some here at the library, and you can get books mailed to you at home or pick them up here at the library. This is what they come on, these digital cartridges. So that's that's the best resource for somebody who wants access to books and magazines. Then we have a computer with our guide program, and I mentioned that. It has a menu, and you just follow the prompts. You select which task you want to do, and you follow the prompts. And then our last piece of equipment here is our desktop video magnifier, where an item is placed on the shelf and appears magnified on the screen. And of course, our various items available to anybody who comes in the library that are on the resource shelves. So that's a little quick synopsis. And if anybody's interested in the program, either for services or if they want to volunteer, there's a lot of different opportunities to volunteer. Just contact me here at the library, and I'd be happy to set up a time to meet and provide a resource packet and just give a quick demonstration of the equipment.
Well, that's been a very detailed and complete explanation for anybody who is interested. And for those who don't have any problem, if you have a checkbook, caller has always explained how you can help the program move along. We're running kind of short of time here, so we're going to thank Carla for all this information and for being with us today, and send it back to the studio.